welcome back. I'm going to talk about what to expect when onboarding your truck and driver with a carrier. Now, this is important. I want to set the right expectation because it can be as quick as 3 days and it can take as long as 5 days to finalize the onboarding process. Right now, this depends on how fast you move and how fast the carrier moves with the onboarding process. So typically, what you'll need when you're onboarding is your business information, formation and registration of everything you need for your business. You need the title for your truck, right? You need the insurance for the truck. You need a 2290. Now, 2290 is typically what people, it's like a federal tax that people need. It's a highway tax. So when your truck is on the road, anything over 80,000 pounds can cause some damage to the roads, and they use that taxes to redo bridges, redo roads, and etc. So you need your 2290, you need your insurance, you need the title for your truck, you need your company's information, you need to send it over. You need to fill out a W-2 so they could be able to pay you, so they could direct deposit your money into your business account. You need to send everything that they need. Now, that's for the truck. That's fairly simple, not too hard. For the driver, you need to send over his license, his medical card. You need to send over anything that he needs. So assuming, depending on what sector that you're in trucking, right? If you're in tanks, you need a hazmat. If you're in, doing port work, you need a TWIC card. If you're in the oil field, you need a PET card, right? You need a sand freight track certification, right? So it all depends. Assuming you're just hauling regular dry van, a reefer, flatbed, you don't really need endorsement for that. So any certifications that they require, depending on the sector that you are in the industry, you send that over, right? So once they're finalized getting onboarding, they got to submit the application. After that happens, the driver is going to get cleared through the insurance company of the carrier. Now, that can happen in 1 day. They can get cleared right away, or it can take about a day, right? Typically, it happens right away. So this is in the carrier's court now at that point, right? They also got to, once they get cleared from insurance, they're going to send over an authorization link for the driver to approve for the carrier to look at their clearinghouse records. Now, a clearinghouse record is a federal regulation of every time a driver takes a drug test that it gets reported onto their clearinghouse record, and is universal throughout the nation. So any carrier can see this, assuming they get approved, the driver approves it, right? And now they can see it. If you're trying to onboard, this is typically part of the protocol. Once they get cleared for insurance, they get cleared from clearinghouses. At that point, the carrier will go ahead and schedule a drug test for the driver. Now, the driver will go ahead, do the drug test. That typically takes 2 to 3 days to get back the results, depending. Now, once that is complete, you're finished up the onboarding process as far as you submitting everything you need. At that point, you can go ahead with the carrier and schedule an orientation date for your driver. Now, this orientation date could be the next day. It could be any scheduled day. Some usually have it just on Mondays. Some have it on Wednesdays. Some have it on Wednesdays and Fridays. So that all depends. Now, these are questions that you got to articulate when you're figuring out what carrier you want to go with, right? What are their qualifications? What information you got to submit? Now, you get that by asking for the carrier. You want to ask the carrier for the carrier packages, right? Send over everything I would need to onboard with you guys. They'll typically send that over via email in most cases, right? So you ask for that. You create a list of everything you need to send over that. If you're organized and you have everything saved in a file, you send it over right away. You start that onboarding process, expedite it. They'll get him approved from insurance same day, get his clearinghouse approval, schedule his drug test. You can do that all in 1 day, assuming you have all the documentations lined up, and expedite it to the carrier. Once they do that, it takes a couple days for the drug screening. You book the orientation, your truck is on the road. Now, I want to make this video short and sweet to kind of break down everything and simplify it for the onboarding process. It's really not that complicated. Now you got your truck, you got your carrier, and you have your driver about to hit the road and start making you passive money in trucking. All right, see you next time.